right there. I need to get my hole cut and bring it up. We should be good to go. That's my drill right there. I drew a bit, sticking through. Okay.
So you have to do work with it.
All right. I'm just trying to record this real quick.
Okay.
Okay, we got some problem bolts here on the back wheel suspension. I have to drill a hole through the trunk to get to those. Get my lighter. It's a bolt right here. You can't hardly see.
Hey man, you use the whole thing.
Yeah. We can't get to that bolt with a socket. There's no space. So this is the hole. Going to be taking off this whole rear suspension all the way across. Got to detach the shock. Got to take off the brake. You say the brake cable?
Yeah, the brake cable, the parking brake cable.
The parking brake cable. Got to move the parking brake cable over here.
Then I read the exhaust on this side over here.
Gonna take the exhaust off.
Oh, the bolt out of the exhaust.
Oh, the bolt.
It's just in there, just rubber.
Oh, okay.
Just pull it out. Yeah, I'm tough sometimes. And I older you.
Okay. And the reason we're taking this out because the car was a hit and run and something in the rear got bent. So I'm not taking the chance of just taking out some of the parts. We're gonna take out this whole thing and just replace it. Yeah, because the tire is wobbling. We want to make it a one-time shot. Okay, let me get that up here. Looking on this Dodge Charger. The vehicle was hit, the frame was bent, and so the wheel is wobbly. We're going to remove that whole rear suspension to replace it. And that's what we're doing now. Okay, this is the cross member for the exhaust. I'm recording. This is the bracket that came off the bottom, holding on the exhaust from the center. Just got that off. Trying to lower the exhaust. Keep that out the way. Get to take off 3 garments so far, and the middle bracket up this way. Moving right along. All right. Okay, we had to take those garments out and drop the what is that? This the converter right here?
Yeah, that's part of the muffler.
Oh, it's part of the muffler system. Real long. So I got all those garments out. I had to take out the middle bracket, but it's hanging now. But it's in the way for letting that down. It's got to be jacked up. Then you can get it back suspension out. All right. Take care of that.
See, we gonna get this truck out of here.
Okay, I took my drill. And I had to drill 3 holes until I got exactly where I wanted it centered. Here. From the trunk, inside the tire well. Brake cable screw. Takes a star bit. Cut him out. Okay, we're under the vehicle here in this Dodge Charger, and need to get to these boats, but we can't. So I'm gonna drill a hole through the trunk, but I need to make me a guide. Well, I can go from this. This will be my guide. Make my way over to there where it curves and cut my hole from the inside behind the seat, or under the seat rather. So that'll be my guide. Follow it all the way through to there. Let's do that. I came underneath to make sure that's right, and that should be perfect. Caught the bolt right. These are the bolts that came out to be here. 1, 2. We're able to get them out this way. It's easier to do. We're gonna need a breaker bar and a pipe. And we had a what is this? 7. Can you read this? 18-16 socket. Took those bolts out with the breaker bar and a pipe. We use electric impact to get it the rest of the way out. Okay, here at the junkyard, we had to do the same thing. We had to take my saws off and cut out the opening inside of the trunk where the tire goes to get to this rear suspension bolts. And we ended up dropping the whole suspension. And there were at least four. There were other bolts holding up the frame we had to get out from the bottom, and just dropped the whole thing down to the ground. And the springs fell out. Had to disconnect the shock absorbers, brake line, and with a few other lines had to cut to get this whole thing to just drop, and it did. We began to pull apart, disconnecting the brake line, pretty much the same thing we did inside of the garage. Had to repeat the process at the junkyard. And if you forget some of your tools, you're going to have a problem. So it's good to make sure you calculate everything you're going to need. And the two of us working on this, it came out pretty good. While I was there working, a gentleman came over to borrow one of the tools, and I realized it was somebody I knew, and I called him by his name. But this is Mr. Hill getting down with it, getting his brake calipers off of this Dodge Ram. And you never know who you're going to meet out in the junkyard, and he was taking care of his business over there. So I just shot a video while he was pulling his parts. Get down with it, Mr. Hill. It was really hot in the junkyard, and you have to stay dehydrated and make sure your stomach is full. Eat and get a rag and cover the back of your neck, get your hat on, get your sunglasses on, and get ready to go to work. This particular vehicle that we were pulling parts off of was way in the back of it, as far as you can go, and it was a long walk back there. But we got the job done. I'm having the proper tools, and I wasn't allowed to take my my grinder in there, not allowed to take grinders in there, so I was able to use my Sawzall to get that trunk, get that hole open in that trunk, and we pulled those brake cables and the rear suspension arms, the control arms, whatever you want to call this, on this 07 Dodge Charger. The first time I've taken the whole rear suspension and frame off, and the rear differential came out with the frame, so it all just dropped down to the ground. But without cutting this hole, we wouldn't have been able to do it. That was the main key in getting this to come apart or drop loose. But it had some long bolts in the back. Only 2 of them. They were centered, and we didn't see no other way to get this thing apart or to drop down. But and there were a lot of these vehicles in the junkyard, pretty much the same year. For some reason, they had a lot of wrecks or just got destroyed, and this is where they end up. Yeah.
I had to, you know, he had to turn back over. I had to get up. I said, you better go up. He said, I'm tired. I said, you should have told boy that. He said, I told him to take your time.
I did take my time.
That's what I told him. I didn't want to tell boy. You didn't sleep all night long. I said, well, the patient did what's big. You took time. I said, at least you laid your head down. He said, I must say, he sure. I said, no, probably he's exhausted.
Oh, goodness. But said one of these was cracked. I don't see nothing cracked. You know which one was cracked?
I guess so.
On the other side?
I guess so. That one ain't cracked either.
Let me go back. These rubber boots might cause problems. This one looks like it's slanted. Oh, check that out. This bracket on the passenger, what is it? The bracket on the passenger side had a hard time getting it out, so we used the jack over here to jack up the car. And first we let it down on this end. But the other end had the jack, there's some jack stand over there. But once you remove the jack from here and put it under the car, you're going to have space to get that boat out of that. I'm already. But you have to drop the bolt from here. I'm on my finger to lower that down some. All right. So it's in good shape. Let me see. You have to push it back forward and there you go. Just in the way.
I just won.
Well, now you know.
Now I know. Yeah.
I thought you can put it back backwards. You can leave it like that. You can put it back the right way.
Oh, you see. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
It looks like it's lined up. Oh, you got it. Okay. Make it easier. It should be close by. The net, yeah. ahead. I'm going to do that. But that ain't gonna work. It's not gonna do it. So I think we do. We do it right. We do it right. That's probably how I got that off there. Use the racket. There's no room for no deal right now. Somebody run to the top. I gotta get this top bolt on and off. What you call it? The breaker bar. Breaker bar and 18 socket. There's 18 socket and there's 18 too? Yeah. And this is the wrench. Yeah. So I can stick it behind the spring and up with the nut and just another end and we'll be able to get it on and off. Damn, just like that. Yeah. Right, do this. Let me take the equalizer. The what now? The equalizer, the hammer. Oh. Right. Getting the last one on. Part of the rear suspension. I got it inside of there. Just going to slide it down. I just pull back on the cable to get that piece to slide down in there. Needed this hex bit to get this bolt off of here. It says H12, but it fits.